Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Kakadash.
And double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone rule well, being a great example to the young brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And Lord willing, this edifying lesson, we're going to get straight into it. Nothing long or drawn out, just quick lesson, but you can start it out with that.
And we're going to start in the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
And that's what we here to do, to speak the words of prophecy into the ears of the Lord's people, and ultimately to the whole world. Because we here to let everybody know what the Lord is finna do. You can grab that in.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3. And I'm gonna start at,
you just get straight to I made thee a watchman.
Yeah, so verse 17. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Right. The Lord has made us a watchman unto the nation of Israel. And we are to give the people warning to him. To let these people know that what? The Lord getting ready to come back and destroy America, Babylon the Great. Destroy 2/3 of his own people for not repenting and turning back to him. Destroy the wicked, which is Esau, Edom, and Esau, Edom in the scriptures, and these fucking heathens, man.
Yep.
Who are in confederate with Esau, and bring them out of power. That's what we here for. Grab that Jeremiah 28 and 8, I think. Jeremiah 28 and 8 or 7. Jeremiah 28.
Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 7, it says, Nevertheless, hear thou now his word that I speak in thy ears, and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what we back here today for. That's why the Lord got this insane volume of prophets on the highways and hedges in these times that we in. Why? To prophesy the greatest destruction ever, man.
Yep.
We coming to a time like never before, man. That's why we so adamant about what we do and warning the sheep about warning the people in general about what the Lord is finna do, because great destruction is coming to the planet Earth. Yep. And America will be totally annihilated, man. Babylon the Great, this place is gonna be destroyed and wiped off the face of the earth. It's gonna be still here. The land gonna be still here, but it's gonna be turned into a desert. It's gonna be turned like unto Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities, the other 3 cities that neighbored it. You ain't gonna know, you ain't gonna know the end of, it's gonna be, the Lord has, I forgot the scripture, the Lord has cast upon it the line of confusion, because you ain't gonna know where the fuck Alabama is. That's where we in Mississippi right now. You ain't gonna know what Mississippi is, Alabama. You ain't gonna know what none of this stuff is, man. The Gulf of Mexico, that shit gonna be dried up. The Mississippi River, all that shit gonna be gone. The Salt Lake, that shit gonna be clean dissolved, man. Wipe the fuck out, man. This place finna be turned into a desert.
I got one. It's Jeremiah 51, starting at verse 5. For Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. And see, that's telling you right there, Jacob, us so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Latino, Native and Seminole Indians, we have not been forsaken of the Lord. That's going into the elect, basically. Because we know, like I was saying, 2/3 of his own people he going to destroy on this side. But those 2/3 are going to come back into the kingdom as babies and still inherit the kingdom, man. Because we have not been forsaken of our power. So all of Israel, the scriptures say all of Israel shall inherit the kingdom. Even the wicked 2/3 that got killed on this side, they're going to have to know it through death by pain. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Then it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, because this place is ultimately going to be destroyed, man. It's already written for this place to be destroyed. All we got to do is live out the time. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed.
Okay.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
And then when you go into that, they trying to heal Babylon. That's why all these people pray for a miracle.
Yeah.
You know, everybody want things to go back to normal and all this other bull crap. You know, you got build back better, make America great again, all these slogans and shit. But the Lord say this place cannot be healed, man. This is the council of the earth. Ultimately, Babylon in this culture that's being pushed, McDonald's and Burger King and you know,
just democracy, period.
Yeah, the democracy, because that's what democracy originated here in America. Just the fashion of life in the Western culture is destruction, man. Women's lib, all that shit came out of America, man. That's why the scripture call this place the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth, because the wickedness that's in the earth mainly come from where? The west, man. Because when you go over there to the east and going to China and Iran and Russia and all that over there, those people don't even think like the people over here think. Until you get into the NATO and EU countries, guess what? Why? Because they developed the democracy. They taking the hold on that mindset, and the Lord is gonna destroy that whole thing up out the earth, man. You know, women gonna be fully clothed like they is in the Middle East, goddamn. You know, ain't gonna be nobody twerking and all that wickedness that be pushed from here. That ain't gonna be going on in the earth, man. Got some more on it.
That's it.
You grab that.
This is Isaiah chapter 34. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It say, for it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night or day.
And that Salakia, brimstone, when you look up that word, I think it goes to sulfur. Just like over there in Sodom and Gomorrah. The Lord say he rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah fire and brimstone. And when you go over there, it's high concentrations of sulfur, man, higher than Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man, where they dropped those atomic bombs. You know, that go to show you that was a very, very powerful destruction, and even worse is coming to America. You can grab that in 2 Peter's. I think it's 3. It may be 2. I think it's 3. It may be 2 though. Chapter 2, 2 Peter chapter 2.
Going on in these churches, you know, first and foremost, you got Israelites that's bringing these damnable heresies among themselves, but the majority of our people are in them damn church houses, man, harlot houses. And
mainly the Israelites, because they woken up to the truth. Fuck those churches, because the Israelites the ones who woke up to the truth and came out of the church and still bringing in damnable heresy. See, we were lost when we were in the church, but when we came into this truth, we woke up, man. We were supposed to be born again. We were supposed to be circumcised back to this to the Lord, man. Brought back to the Lord. But what happened? People rising up against the truth that they learned, and bringing in all these damnable heresies. Yep. The Lord didn't do miracles and all this old other dumb shit. Yep. You know, they don't care what Paul said. They don't care what Mark said. You can do this, you can do that. You know, just changing the doctrine, man.
So like adding on to that, you know, I was watching the Apostle Tahar. His one of the videos he did about Deacon I forgot the dude's name. The one with IUIC, the tall slim cat. I know. But he was telling Apostle Tahar that mass destruction could come before the chip.
Right.
But how is that so? When people are going to be judged for taking the chip, they're going to be it's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth for them. They're going to get burned in the lake of fire for taking that taking that mark.
See, the mark is the indicator of who with the Lord and who ain't with the Lord.
Right.
That's how the Lord going, you know.
That's when the destruction is going to come.
The Lord is using that to see who gonna side with the beast.
Yeah.
Who choose ye this day who ye shall serve. That's the whole point of the mark. That's the Lord mark. The Lord got a left hand mark and he got a right hand mark.
Yeah.
He got the mark of the beast and he got the mark of exemption, the mark of righteousness. Those who gonna resist and not bow the knee to bow unto death.
Yeah.
You know?
But you can tell these dudes are proud, man, because you can look at them while they out teaching the people. They proud as hell, man, and they don't even know the order of the prophecies. You supposed to be this he quick to call somebody a novice. Yeah, hey, I'll accept being a novice, but guess what? I got the prophecies in order.
But the thing is, not being see, it ain't nothing wrong. Everybody a novice at a point. You gotta come into the truth. You gotta start off as a novice. But as long as you ain't a novice lifted up with pride, man. That's where the wickedness come in at. When you're a novice and you lift it up with pride. That's what the scriptures say. Not being a novice lifted up with pride, rough paraphrase. You know, because we all, you know, you gotta, I want to say that word going being new, you know, like a babe, you know, just like the dudes who came talking about some God love everybody. Those are novices. Because they ain't been in the truth to talking about they came in 2019, bro. And you teaching that bullshit? God love everybody. The day of the Lord, everybody day of the Lord different and all that old dumb shit. Those novices lifted up with pride, bringing in damnable heresies, and they will be destroyed, man.
I got the definition if you want.
You can bring that up.
This the Google definition of novice. They say a person new to or inexperienced in a field or situation.
Exactly, man. So we all gotta be novice, duh, because we gotta come into this thing first, man. You know, you gotta come in the right way as a novice. You can't come in as an elder. You can't come in as a, you know, as the top guy. You gotta come in new to it, and then you gotta grow from that, man. You gotta come in as a baby.
Yeah,
when you're a baby in the earth, you're a novice. You new to the earth. You know, you see the light, barely opening your eyes and shit. You close your eyes, cause newborn babies, their eyes be closed a lot of the time. Then when they open their eyes, they be squinched, and they gotta grow. You know, they start off eating milk, and then they get baby food, cereal added, and you know, all that stuff, and then they grow, man. You know, that's why the scriptures say not being a novice lifted up with pride. See, when pride that one scripture where it say pride is pride is when one departed from his maker or something like that. Somebody can grab it. But, you know, just going into that novice. Ain't nothing wrong with being a novice if you're being a novice the right way.
Yeah, but my point was, you know, he's supposed to be a so-called learned man in the scriptures, but you know, you don't even have the prophecies in order, because the scriptures clearly tell you that the mark is going to come first. People are going to take the mark. Then the mass destruction is going to come for them taking that mark.
Right.
And they're going to be burned in the lake of fire.
And
for taking that mark. The mark is not going to come after the mass destruction, man.
It's Revelation 14. The scriptures say, and they that received the mark worship the image of the beast,
yeah,
or casting into the lake, burning with fire and brimstone, man.
See, that was a proud ass statement, man, because he's supposed to be a learned man in the scriptures, but you all on Apostle Tahar page trying to battle with him, spewing out madness, man. That's madness.
Yeah.
That was just my point, though.
Yeah.
This is the scripture the brother was trying to quote. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verse 12. It said the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker.
And that's why the Lord spoke about that novice being lifted up with pride. And ultimately that's what Nate is creating, this men who worse than him, man. You know, and that's not just him, that's all these people who coming up under these false teachers, man. They worse than they teachers. That's why every time, you know, you do a rebuke video, not out of hate, you just do the rebuke video of the elders and the apostles. They do rebuke videos, basically just trying to correct people, you know, and turn them back into the right way. What people, all these people who watch those accounts, oh, y'all hate, and all this old dumb shit, and here it is, they ain't even rooted into, you know, they don't even know the scriptures.
Right.
And they run around hollering about somebody hating. Oh, y'all hating. Oh, y'all clout chasing. That's some carnal, worldly shit, man. Ain't nobody hating and clout chasing. The Lord gonna give us our glory. What the hell we gonna chase some clout from some wicked ass people for, man? Nobody give a damn about this shit, man. Fuck clout. Fuck all that old dumb shit that people be saying, man. Ain't nobody clout chase. It's all to do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
All about defending the gospel, because hey, if you coming up against this, you ain't coming up against the men, you coming up against the Lord first and foremost. Because we believe we got the correct doctrine through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Start with our elder apostle Tahar, man. That's who we are learning from. So if basically if you coming up against our leadership, that's just showing you wicked, man. Because like you said, the apostles, they correct with scriptural proof, man. They're not just correcting you through vain opinions. It's through the scripture, and if you don't want to take correction, it means you're a fool, because that's what the scriptures say. Those that reject knowledge and wisdom, you are foolish, man. Just roughly paraphrasing. And these niggas, every vain idle word that these niggas gonna give, they're gonna have to give an account for that, man. So you just bringing judgment upon yourself.
Right.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 15:10. Correction is grievous unto him that forsake the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.
Yup, and he that hateth correction shall die. Because all this is what we saying is going right along with this lesson, because we still giving warning. If you don't turn from those wicked ways, it's gonna get you destroyed, man. In the thermonuclear fire, which is those ICBM missiles. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. It's going to come from afar. You got it. That's more than that.
You keep going to 2 Peter.
Okay, this is verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And through covetousness shall they with vain words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So that means your condemnation and your judgment, your damnation is going to come upon you swiftly, man. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness.
One to the Israelites.
Yep.
Yahshua, sons of God.
Yep. It says to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the whole world, but saved Noah, the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, beginning in the flood, beginning in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemn them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
And that's the point, man. The same way the Lord gonna hit this place with that fire and brimstone.
Yep.
You know, that's I mean, same way the Lord destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he gonna do this place the same way in a more drastic, manner. Mm-hmm. This destruction gonna be way worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, because America is, you know, 100 times bigger than Sodom and Gomorrah. So the destruction is gonna be great, man. The earth gonna shake. You know, what they call the islands gonna be moved out of their place, man. The earth gonna rock to and fro like a drunk.
Yahweh shop, and we accept those names, man. So now it's time to do the will.
Yeah, and it was prophesied that we was gonna follow it.
Yep.
The Lord told us, shit, the end ain't gonna come except there be a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, going into Esau Edom.
Yep.
See, we had to follow away. That's prophecy.
Yep.
Going into Jeremiah, the Lord told Jeremiah, even thyself thou shalt discontinue from thy inheritance which I have gave thee, man.
Yep.
So that was prophesied of, and we fell away during the time of the transatlantic slave trade. During that time is when the complete falling away, when Esau came and took back over, and we started calling ourselves Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Moors, and all this old dumb shit. That was the complete falling away, man. It was over with from now. Egyptologists and Africans and all that old dumb shit. That was that falling away, man. But now we rose up and we know who we are now. You know? But you can go back into that second Ezra.
Finishing up the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, starting at 2. I'm going to start at verse 1 again. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And see, this ain't what they teach. They don't teach this in these churches, man.
Not at all.
Not at all. And that will let you know that those are false prophets, man. Because the majority of them, they preaching about a fucking prosperity doctrine, man. This place is prospering in wickedness. And it's ultimately going to prosper in destruction when the Lord rain them nuclear missiles over here, man. And so if you don't have yourself right by following these wicked ass leaders, the scripture say if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch. So you're going to be judged right along with these wicked ass pastors for listening to them. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. See that? This place is prospering in wickedness, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them and those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
And the just is going into, man, go. And the souls of the just is going into the elect ultimately. You know, that's why the Lord told her to give him no rest until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, man. You know, but all of Israel is complaining because we all oppressed. You know, 2/3 they don't understand, you know, they were born in vain, but they soul still crying out to the Lord, because our soul make intercession for us. We, you know, we'll pray for something, you know, and not pray for what we need, right? But our soul is crying out to the Lord, you know.
It says, verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is like a as a flock led. So like, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter.
And when you was talking about earlier, going into we defending doctrine, basically, we'll come up against false doctrine because we guarding the sheep, man.
Come.
That's like until when King David slew the lion and the bear for the sheep. That's the same thing we doing with the words, man. It ain't physical slewing people because they teaching false doctrine, but through the knowledge and wisdom we receive, we defending the sheep with the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
So they won't be led astray, led to the slaughter.
Yep. Bringing them back to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. The right path.
It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. It says as before, man. So that lets you know, hey, this is America is spiritual Egypt to us, man. He said you shall go into Egypt again with ships.
And it's a scripture where the Lord compared Egypt with Idumea or something like that. This guy cruising.
So that lets you know it's gonna be a second Exodus, man.
The scriptures speak on it, you know. The Lord prophesied it, you know. And that's what we here to tell our people. We here to preach the gospel to the, you know, to the elect of the nation of Israel. It's good news for the elect of the nation of Israel. Everybody else might as well just start crying now, man. You need to cry every night, goddamn it, to the destruction. To this prophecy hit you in your goddamn mouth, man. Because like the title of the lesson is prophecy. Man, I forgot the title of the lesson. I said subjugated. Everybody is subjugated to prophecy. And they gonna have to deal with it, man. So it don't matter. That's why the scriptures say, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. The non-belief of these people. That's why ain't nobody got time to be debating a nigga or a fucking heathen.
No.
Unless they come up to the camp and get to work. But you setting up debates and trying to, man, fuck all that, man. We ain't got no point to prove, man. Shit, man, the Lord gon' goddamn hey, everything we speaking of, the Lord gonna make good on it, man. Trying to prove no point to no niggas, man. Nobody. You know, when I say niggas, I'm talking about what the word mean. Idiots, man, ignorant people, something like, you know, and that's what these people on the earth is, ignorant people. We ain't trying to prove them nothing, man. You know, but that's pretty much the point. We're gonna close out, Lord willing. This was edifying. Listen, we're gonna end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, and double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, have been great example to the young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopefully. Shalom.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashalom.
Kwam Yashalom.
And Bob.
Shalom.